Buongiorno, my loves. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here with the ever-wise Dean Bean. I'm here at this beautiful, beautiful little kind of gazebo here in Villa Borghese. I think one of the things that I love so much about Rome is in one park we can find so many everyday miracles. I love that. I think that's beautiful. So what are we talking about today?
Integrity.
That's right. So we talked about this yesterday too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so one of the really helpful things about understanding if we're in our integrity or out of our integrity is understanding that our physical world, our body, helps us to figure this out a lot.
Yes.
Yeah?
Which is cool.
It's super cool. So we kind of have 4 different parts of ourselves. We have this emotional part, we have this mental part, we have this spiritual part, and we've got this physical part of ourselves, right?
Yes.
So the physical part of ourselves a lot of times helps us to sort of sort out what's going on in the other parts of ourselves.
Yes.
So that being said, one of the really, really helpful places to go is to start figuring out how it feels inside of ourselves when we are not in our integrity. Because sometimes it can feel kind of hard figuring out when we are in our integrity, and so figuring out when we're not can help us to sort out when we need to kind of like make a change or shift gears on some stuff, right?
Yes.
So
Which is cool.
it is really cool. We talked last week, we kind of had a big chat with you last week about lying, right?
Yes.
Which is a serious place of not being in our integrity, right?
Yes.
So how does it feel for you when you're not in your integrity?
Well, it makes me angry. And sometimes I just need to be patient and listen.
Oh, wise words, my love. So we can get that feeling of kind of like anger around that place of not being in our integrity. So for me, I realized in the last couple of weeks that I was out of my integrity. And what that really first starts feeling like for me is I get little pinpricks kind of all over my body that are kind of like, hey, wake up. This thing that is happening is out of your integrity. And then the second thing, I often ignore those. Still working on that one. So the second thing is that if I ignore them, I usually start kind of beating up my body. So I'll like eat a lot of sugary food. I won't take enough time for myself. I won't rest enough when I need to. I won't work out as much as my body is asking me to do. Because I kind of don't want to listen to what my body's trying to tell me. I don't want to hear that it's saying to me, hey, you're out of your integrity. I'd like to ignore that.
Because, it's like, did you see A Wonderful Life?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie. And there's just this guy who's George Bailey, and he goes out of out of money, but he actually, because there's this old cranky man, and he's just he just needs somebody to love him.
So you know what? I've been actually thinking about that a lot too. And I think that there is this, for him, in that movie, his place of being out of integrity was that he wasn't recognizing the really, truly wonderful life that he already had and that he created, yeah?
Yes.
And so he was getting a lot of pinpricks and a lot of beating up in his own body with alcohol and a lot of anger that was going on around that because he was feeling out of his integrity, right?
Yes, and sorry.
That's okay. And so I think that this is a beautiful pointing for us to understand that being in and out of our integrity, it doesn't have to be like a crazy, huge, wild thing that maybe we're doing totally the opposite of the way that we should be doing, kind of like with the lying thing. It can be just like a little shift, or maybe like an awakening, or like a realization of a different perspective that's possible, right?
Yes, sir.
So today, the invitation is to go find in your own body what that feels like when we're not in our integrity, and then honor it and start listening to it and start trying some different things to see if that can kind of alleviate that feeling just a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah? All right. Have a beautiful, beautiful, lovely day. Enjoy this beautiful day that we've been given, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.